Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and it's Friday. Good Friday. In fact, Good Friday to you, if that's what you do. And that means, as always, we bring to you more Obscurities and Literatures. And yes, I know we've already talked about Splicers, but I really like it. I'm not super keen and super into RPG tabletop stuff. I don't have the time, don't have a crew of regular players, but something about this book really clicked with me, okay? And I'm going to get to what was in the thumbnail there eventually, but we're going to get there in a roundabout way. And so, yeah, I really dug the overall style and aesthetic of this, and that's something I've always loved about Palladium stuff. Love the themes, love the concepts, don't love a lot of the other stuff that kind of comes with it at times, but that's a whole different can of worms. And so I ended up picking up this book for Splicers, I Am Legion. And what grabbed my attention was the artwork in this book. It really, really spoke to me. And I don't think I did a video on this, and I probably won't go super in-depth, but it's just really, really nice. Some really gorgeous stuff in here. And all of the art, if I can find more cases of it, I love like reading through this book. Almost looking like a Kazuishi Kondo gritty 1 Year War looking stuff here. Denotator organ looking things. But the artwork really leaped out to me. Really enjoyed it. Trying to find some more samples of it. And I think the artist, Mr. Charles Walton II, I think his style really clicks with the theme of the game. One of the big troop transports. They have these big beasts with basically little bubbles in their bellies to carry all the troops. Which finally led me to find out that there was actually a book that Palladium put out of nothing but artwork that Charles Walton II did, which is what we're going to talk about today. Those are really heavy, by the way, and I need to get them out of the way. And that was Future Visions, The Artistry of Charles Walton II, Volume 1. And as far as I know, it is the only volume that exists. Maybe there's more. As I was trying to do a little bit of background reference, as I usually do for these types of videos, I can't even come across this anymore on Palladium's website. So I don't know what the story is there. And I know that's not actually related to Rift's. No, I was going to say Splicers. That's a Rift's piece of artwork. But this book, so I was hoping and thinking it was going to be more like that Art of the Rifts book for the other dude that did a bunch of the artwork. Maybe we'll talk about it another day as I ramble on about Rifts and Palladium. But I'm like, this is so my style of stuff. Some really, really nice line and pencil work. I'm assuming that's pencil. I don't think it's digital. Big, bulky arms. Nice looking bioorganic armor. And I mean, nobody, literally nobody, makes this kind of stuff for the tabletop. Now, there's been a few. For example, Battle Yak. Bestiarum is a whole different style of body horror. But Bestiarum had their Eldark. Is that what they were called? These guys, they're bug dudes. You can find links. We'll have a video on those coming shortly. Anyways, they're one of the very few, I think, that did some really nice looking bioorganic style models. But one of the things that was really lacking in that release was there's no actual like sci-fi ranged weaponry. Well, look at those heads there too. Those are some seriously Guyverish heads. And I mean, I may not be an expert in bioorganic tokusatsu style comics. There's more. I can't even pick them all up. But yeah, I love me some Guyver. I mean, if anybody ever wanted to go plumbing the depths of interesting, neat-looking monsters and very Japanese superhero-inspired stuff, this is definitely a good one to take a look at. Yeah. What's the guy's name? I can't read that kanji. Takaya, oh, it's right here. Takaya Yoshiki. Anyway, that's another rabbit hole we can go down another time if you want to talk about gorgeous artwork. I'm not going to show you everything, but there's definitely some neat stuff. So this book is basically divided up into little subsections, and it's almost all entirely based on splicers. And just some neat monsters. And again, if you've watched this channel a few times before, you'll know that I am an absolute sucker for design works. Absolutely love that kind of stuff. So we get a lot of the animals, we get a lot of the player characters, equipment, and I'm skipping through, but one of the other nice things is we get some tastes of the villainry of Splicers itself, the Nexus and its machine army. This is actually the cover of the expansion book. Somewhere in here they had a really cool illustration of a skin job, one of the classes of characters from Splicers. I don't want to give away everything. I want to have you guys have some reason to go hunt this stuff down. Look at that mech work. Splicer weapons. Something I think they need a bit more of. But yeah. And then we get to the little blurb about the artist in the back, wrapped up in a nice 96-page black and white regular-sized Palladium style book with a few other ads on the back, just like you always get with the Palladium stuff. This is a book I think we'll have to talk about one of these days. I don't know where I put it. Hopefully once I find it, we will have it on here. The Art of John Zelaznik, and I think that's still in print too. Cool stuff in that book. But yeah, I can't find anything post-Splicers that the artist has done. And I think, again, I might have to go on my own little personal crusade and see what's up and see about getting some of this stuff brought to the tabletop, because I feel like there's nothing like it. There's a few, like I said, I know Battle Yak is the first thing that comes to my mind. And now that I think about it, Bestiarium did have some guys that looked vaguely like the one dude that did all the designs for Kamen Rider Blade. I can't think of his name right now. Nishihara? No. Yasuhisa Nirasawa. I'm like, yeah, anyway. I'm rambling, but I think there's my skin job, dude. Skin jobs have like their skin peeled off in a special synthetic one that lets them camouflage and blend in and do all kinds of fun stuff like that. Yeah, I've read the book quite a few times at this point. That was always the case with... We have what looks like a Guyver turning into a Gundam here. But again, that seems to be the case for a lot of the Palladium books. I will admit, I was a major Riffs fanboy back in junior high. Never played it, still haven't, but I could rattle off all kinds of stats, you guys. I mean, I know I've got a shelf full of Palladium books still, not the original ones. I went and had to get new ones, but yeah. I'll see if I can find an Amazon link. Hopefully, if I do, I'll have it down below if you guys want to take a look at this yourself. And if you know of any other interesting artists, especially stuff that relates to this kind of genre, because again, that bioorganic, biomecha stuff, it's pretty rare, not only in tabletop stuff, obviously, but just in terms of genre media itself. I mean, there's stuff like Dunbine, Brain Powered. Those two immediately come to mind if you're into anime. But that's about it. I can't think of anything really else. If you guys have any suggestions, by all means, let me know down below. I would love to hear it because I'm always looking for new stuff to either show off or just enjoy on my own. So yeah, I would love to hear some suggestions. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up because I got to get back to printing and painting. So with that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye!